Just wanted to kind of come out, say a little something. Um, my wife was minding her own business and everything, and uh, up at the apartments up here nearby, uh, she saw apparently a fight or fuss going on, and so she called the police, and police come out and wanted to know her side, and he went up there and I guess got her side. And so apparently, what the problem was, you know, he was out there listening to his music or whatever, this guy, and you know, she didn't like it or whatever, and so she went out there and started hitting him or whatever it was. And anyway, she started when she found out who called. Of course, she probably had an idea, I mean, because we ain't that far from apartments. But she started kind of name calling my wife. So my wife, while the cop was standing there, mentioned what she always called the apartments. And he started laughing. I'm gonna post this on Facebook, so I ain't gonna say it because they might get their little butt hurt up here. But anyway, we have a certain name we call those apartments. But anyway, um, but that's why I stay away from there. I don't want anything up there. I don't know why anybody would want anything from anybody that lives in these apartments. Well, Derek ain't no bad. When you got 99% of people who'd rather do something backwards, you can guarantee you I'm going to find every bad apple there is. You know, my wife can't trust what these people say, to her, and we had a little dealing with somebody ourselves, a year ago, so we know. And like I said, if you can't quit talking about being on drugs or accept responsibility for it, we can't help you. We can't. We're not going to do backwards just because that's what you'd rather have. And if you're sitting there, somebody say, "Well, they exactly what they told me," or whatever. Well, it might not, but that's because they don't want you to know how bad they was up here. Like I said, that person knows who she is, and she just ruined what at first we thought was a good deal. And as far as I ain't sorry for what I told her and what I said to her and what was about to happen to her if she'd kept pushing my buttons. No, and I said enough's enough. I mean, enough is enough. I don't want to hear about people, trying to tell me I should let them go see whoever and all that stuff. You was doing that. Why the heck you bother me? My wife up here, we got a certain thing we're hopeful for and that we hope to have one of these days if it comes. My gosh. Why do we have to put up with everybody else's kids or have to hear all these horror stories? I could hear that on the news. I could hear that on Steve Wilkos' show. I got Jerry Springer. My gosh. Like I said, if you don't beat me over the head and my wife over the head with it, we'll sit here and we'll listen if somebody can reasonably talk about something. But man, Decatur, Decatur, Tennessee, getting pretty bad.
She told cop I was sitting with her man.
Well, yeah, and ain't nobody, like I said, if any of you's up there got a Facebook, I'm the one that's and I probably blocked a good portion of people that, if I hadn't blocked you, well, if you see this video, now you know who it is. And I don't mess around. So, if my wife's out there not bothering you, don't be bothering her, don't be calling nothing on her. She don't even go up there no more. Like I said, she made a mistake one particular night, and had she not went up there at all that night, she would have never seen that drug addict, former drug addict. Well, she might as well still be on. But I'm not going to sit there and feel sorry for somebody that chose to do all that and smoke and drink or whatever else and come out here and and mess around and get pregnant, have kids on purpose, tie herself down with stuff she don't even really need. Counseling wouldn't help hardly anybody. I mean, if you make choices like that, like I said, you risk getting to do stuff, getting to have fun, getting out there and doing what you want to do. Raising anybody's kids is hard enough. I've only babysitted a couple times, and what 2 or 3 times that was, I only agreed to it after I knew who I was babysitting and that I'd been around those kids. I didn't have to worry about anybody mistakenly calling me something that I wasn't. They always referred to me by my name. There wasn't no Uncle Rick or Uncle Derek or nothing really like that ever said to me. The first I ever heard of it was just now we had up here. I wouldn't have minded it had she went with the program. But like I said, if my name's not on it, my wife's not got anything in it, it's no good. Not sitting there begging and asking for, get people with kids. If your kids are with somebody else and you ain't got all your crap worked out, then don't take our offer. Don't come to us. And if you got good kids that can behave and are nice and like people and are generally good to people and they're not rowdy, that would be okay. But I'm not going to take on the responsibility that I or have something to do with somebody's kids that I don't really know and didn't have nothing to do with, that I didn't make. They weren't mine. So I'm very wary about that now. So, if you don't like the way me and my wife do things, go by the laws and if you don't like, if your kids don't like being if they're in my house, they're in our apartment, Lord, if they're in our house, apartment, whatever we live in, if they misbehave and you don't do anything, and you're one of those and don't teach them right from wrong, I'm going to step in there. So, like I said, I'm just giving you a heads up because, people say, "Oh, I'm controlling," or "I'm this," or "I'm that." Well, I'm letting you know now. So, if you know your kids are loud and rowdy and they just, that's what they do in the house. I mean, I did that stuff outside. That was one thing. But when you're in the house, volume has to be turned down. That's the way I was raised. That's the way I'd raise anybody's kids. Because if it ever be any of my own. So, like I said, it's simple. There's a right way to do things, and there's a wrong way to do things. Everybody always wants to do everything backwards, right? So you get somebody around me, or my wife knows she's been with me 10 years. She ain't surprised what I'm telling you. But she's not gonna be so easy to fall for whatever you say. If it's Facebook this or that, if we meet you, we're gonna meet you, and we're gonna be asking some hard questions. Now, some of them may not have to be asked because you may not give off the warning signs that some do. So I may not be prompt to ask those right away, but I definitely, as I said earlier, don't do anything, no drugs, nothing. You know, if you drink or smoke a little bit, occasionally a little bit, it's okay. But don't beat us up because we don't do it, and don't beat us up if we want to just do whatever. You know, like I said, most of the time, if you're respectful, a lot of times I've dealt with some that smoked a little bit, and they'll be nice enough to go outside. And I don't mind to go out there with you, as long as it ain't directly blowed in my face. I don't mind to still go out there and kind of talk if you was talking to us about something, but you know, I don't want to be beat up because with this about me. Why don't you drink? I choose not to. My wife, she did a couple of things, back before she met me, but she got herself away from that on her own power. She didn't like it. She knew it was bad or it would have been bad for her down the road, I guess. And she just got herself out of it. She didn't need no program. She didn't need nobody to sit there and talk to or nothing else. She did it on her own. So, you got to give her due right there. That's what a lot of yins don't do. Yins are stuck in your own little circle, and you want to throw everything on us. Majority of you want to throw everything at us. You want us to accept that or accept your little circle, your little girlfriend circle, or one wants to play this, one wants to play that. One wants the guy over here, one wants the person over here. They want to talk their little girl talk. Well, if you can't say it in front of both of us, then don't say it at all. I think we should be adults here. It's not that I ain't heard of a period. I ain't heard of the, how babies are made or whatever else you want to talk about. I know. I don't have to be a woman. I don't have to go through all the pains and the stuff. I know what I know. I've seen stuff. I know the basics of it. Nothing surprises me. I used to have a woman I knew, and one time I texted her, and she let me know, said, "Hey, it's on my period." I didn't ask her to tell me that. She texted me that, and I said, "Okay." We waited a couple hours or whatever, and she texted back whenever she was done. It's no Megan. It's just, I hate secrecy stuff. If you're like I said, if Derek don't want to go nowhere, let's just go out and, use the one that was up here. Oh, yeah, we can just go have a girl day out. Well, it ain't because I don't want to. But when somebody, the one time I did go, I was upset because this person, Susan here, made it out to speed walk on purpose. And I knew then, I said, well, that ain't going to help me or my wife. She left me and my wife hanging. Didn't care. She cared more about what she already had done. It's in here, people tell lies like, oh, I'm homeless. And then you find out, oh, well, they ain't homeless. They just lazy. They don't want to go out there and they don't want to earn a penny. I ain't the one right now with kids. She was. She had two of them. She didn't have a job. She didn't have anything to support them kids. Food stamps is all she had. Food stamps. That's bad. You're not letting the kids go see daddy. My goodness. It don't make any sense. All of you, practically, or most of you, good portions of you, act like this and expect mercy. Well, you ain't going to get it from me. Unless you can prove without a shadow of a doubt that somebody forced you to do something when you was a child, or if it made sense that somebody mistreated you, I'll listen. My wife will listen. But I'm not going to go over it 10,000 times. 100 times I'm not doing it. Once it's talked about and discussed, it's over with. I want to put it away. I want to do something good. I want to see something good, a smile, a real smile, not a fake one. Whoever it winds up to be, if there is one out there. If they just somebody that don't like this video, well, tough. I'm doing the best I can do without giving you a verbal impression that I normally give you. So, anyway, because tonight, this stuff could happen any night, and we got to prepare ourselves for it. We gotta have a place to go. We gotta make sure things are in line. We can't just be fooling around. No, you can't be in here 2 or 3 days sleeping all day. If you come in here at 5 a.m, well, I'll just say, if you come in here at 10 o'clock at night, that's your fault. If you come in here at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, that's probably the best. But whatever time you come in here, like I said, I'm not going to have another one of these people that's been on drugs or is on drugs. The first time I find out either one, and you just give me any lip and back talk, or my wife, it'll be over with. So if you're into any of that, and you toot your family circle stuff and your girlfriend cliques, and you just want me to like everything right away without getting to know you real good first, and trying to, if you don't have enough respect for what I'm saying on this video, then don't waste our time. But if you're a lady out there in your 20s and 30s, and you like a little bit of everything in the music, and you like a little bit of sports, you like to go out there and get a little bit dirty, and play, have a good time, and watch a little TV and some movies, different things like that, go on walks. My wife likes to go out and pet calm animals and things of that nature.
Got to play with my kitty tonight.
She's got reborn dolls that she likes to collect, so she likes art and stuff like that. She colors. I like most of everything that she likes pretty much, or have accepted it, because there ain't anything better to do. But no, like I said, I made a video earlier. So if you want to see that earlier video, it's out there. But, because I explained what our offer was earlier. So if you like a married couple like me and my wife, open, honest, and you like open-minded people, and you can handle our baggage, then, as long as you're from somewhere around here close, I don't want anybody far away, because then we have to get into the whole, I need gas money. I don't have it. My wife and I don't have it. We're on SSI and food stamps as it is, and we're cutting these other phones off.
Yep.
And we're going to get this Assurance Wireless or Q-Link. It's the same thing. It's government stuff. So it's basically the same thing. But so anyway, if anybody wants, any lady out there, any race, any religion, anything, we'll just take you as you are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here you go. If you want to come, bring you some tea.
It's cold outside.
That'll be cool. Go ahead.
I found my kitty.
You like your kitty? Here's.
Call him Tig.
Why do you call him Tigger?
Because he bounces like Tigger. He bounces on birds. He was playing with a bird earlier, and the bird kept peeking at him. Tig, because he bounces like Tigger. He bounces on the ground. He gets me to giggle at him.
But whether we meet you out here or whether we meet you off the Facebook, if we meet you off Facebook, please, if we sent you a little message, please have enough decency to respond to it, and at least give us something back. Conversate a little bit. we picked out a couple people. So if you got a request from us, and we don't just pick just anything, we just kind of pick out one or two. We don't just, like I said, we don't pick out the ones that don't have much. We pick out the ones that ain't married, ain't got much, looks like going on, but you can never tell. But anyway, if you want to see us on YouTube, you can go to my stuff here, Derek Lehman's. Look me up. But no, let's see what happens. You want to add anything? Is there anything you want to add? Okay. But we probably end it for tonight.
Good night, sweethearts.
Good night. And if you're out there, we'll
see you later.
See you later.